Oh, well, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It's on rap, baby. It's on rap, baby. It's on rap, baby.
Stop fucking doing this shit.
Yeah, looks like we something done over this bitch. It's on rap, baby. It's on rap, baby. No fucking.
Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something?
Yeah. Hey, hey, it's on a rap, baby. It's on a rap, baby. Yeah, I'm looking around. Y'all see it. So many dollars. It's a reason for it, though. It's a reason for it. Yeah. It's on rap, baby. Check it out. It's on rap, baby. It's on rap, baby. It's on rap, baby. It's on rap. We are in the motherfucking building. Can I ask you something? Shout out to Ace Vito in the goddamn building. My mans. First of all, disclaimer. This is for entertainment purposes only, educational purposes, if that as well. I'm not here to offend anybody or anything like that. You don't like what you see, just go to another channel, man. You don't have to report us or anything like that. This is all for fun and games until somebody gets their eye poked out. You know what I'm talking about? But also, too, if there is any music going to be played, I don't own the rights to it unless it's some shit I made. And as you know, it'll probably say, Heat Detector, stop fucking doing that shit. That shit I made. But can I ask you something? We are in the building tonight. I am in the building tonight. And you know what? I'm going to say this. My whole team is in the building tonight in spirit. You know what I'm saying? And it's all good. I'm going to talk about the same things we were talking about last night because I believe wholeheartedly in the shift within hip hop. And it's happening in real time. It is really happening in real time. By the way, hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe button, all of those things. And if you're feeling really, really, really helpful, donate to the channel. Help keep the lights on. This shit costs. You know what I'm saying? Not begging, but I'm just saying. Just providing entertainment. But there is a major shift going on within hip hop. And I know that some people recognize it, some people don't. You know what I mean? I recognize it. Shout out to Lyric Goddamn Versatile in the building, my boy. Yeah. He's there in spirit. He's here in spirit. He's always here in spirit. He's everywhere in spirit or drinking spirits. Get it? You know. But there is a huge shift within the culture. There's a huge shift, and I know that you have to be blind not to see it and not to understand it. There's a whole shift with within hip hop with the music. And if you haven't noticed, I started a hashtag called hashtag Respect the Bars in 2026. And I'm showcasing a lot of artists that people don't know about. A lot of, hey, Jay Holland in the building. What's cracking? What's cracking? He's saying it right there. The bars are back. The bars are back, and I love it. And so, like, part of this hashtag that I'm doing every morning, I'm showcasing people that I see on my timeline, people that I feel that are spitting bars. And shout out to Jay Holland and PBE Mexico, a little fucking Messi dropping them bars. He's a youngin' that's dropping bars. Like, yo, man, this kid is extraordinary. He's somebody to watch. And if you ain't up on him, go check him out. PBE Mexico. You can find him on Instagram. You can find him on YouTube. You can find him everywhere and find his music, download his music, buy his music, and donate to the channel as well. You see it. You see it right there. But there is a shift within the culture, within the music, and everything that we love about it. And in my opinion, it's the greatest thing that could have ever happened. And I know a lot of people might think, oh, you old heads, and no. This ain't got shit to do with old heads. This ain't got shit to do with being mad or whatever about the youngsters doing shit. But the thing is, we lost a lot over the last decade or two with this music, with this low vibrating music, the murder, kill shit, which ain't, you know, whatever floats your boat. Because actually, you know what? Let me take some of that back. Because I will say this: even back in the day when everybody was spitting bars and had something to say and was really focused on their craft, at the same time, we also had different levels, different shit. There was different genres within the genre of rap. You know what I'm saying? There was different shit. You had comedy shit, you had gangster shit, you had the political shit, you had, you know what I'm saying, uh fun shit, you know what I mean? So I get it, and there's a place for everything. But even with that, we have to get back to the basics. And the basics are no biting, be original, you know what I'm saying? Say something, even if it's bum stickity bum, huh? Say something, because even those bars meant something back in the day. Even if some people think that that was mumble rap back in the day, definitely wasn't. Not in my opinion. But the music used to be coded. When I say coded, I mean like we didn't have the internet, so if we wanted to know what was going on in New York or L.A., or L.A. wanted to know what's going on in Texas, or New York wanted to know what was going on in Chicago, we listened to the music, because the music was low key coded. And if you didn't understand the language and you wasn't in the culture, you wasn't understanding what the fuck these motherfuckers was even talking about. But we did. We knew what, what the police was doing. We knew what the political movements were happening. We knew all that shit because it was coded, and it was coded for those that were in the culture, that understood what the fuck it was. And we need to get back to that. You know what I'm saying? Streaming is dead. Period. I don't care what motherfuckers say. Streaming is dead. You're not, it's back again, back to the old shit. What is getting to is people want something tangible in their hand. They want material in their hand. They don't want to be a part of a streaming service that can just take your music off at any time they want. Take it off your phone. Your phone breaks, it does whatever, your music is gone. Shit you have on your phone is gone. People want something tangible that they can have in their hand. We need to get back to being excited about reading the sleeve, the cover, and seeing who's on it, who took the picture, who wrote the songs, who did all that, who did the music. You know what I mean? We need to get back to all of that. And I believe wholeheartedly that we are, because the music industry is collapsing and imploding right before our fucking eyes. It's really about, shout out to Curtis King, because this is really about DIY. You know what I'm saying? Do it yourself, straight to fucking consumer. This is what it's all about. This is about get your fucking bread. Yeah. Chase the bag, but get all of it. You might have to, with some distribution or whatever, you might have to break off a little chunk of change here and there. But for the most part, get all your fucking bread. And that's what a lot of motherfuckers did back in the day. Sell it out your trunk, do whatever, travel, make your own fucking tour. You know what I mean? And when every time you pull up, have your fucking merch. You know what I'm saying? It's that time, man. It's about that time. People don't want to go to these concerts and watch somebody basically fucking karaoke a whole concert. basically. You know what I'm saying? You paying all this money for a fucking ticket. You want to see a show. You want to see a show. And I believe like again, like I said, I believe all of this. We're watching it shift in real time. And some of us are extremely happy about it. I'm hip hop horny as fuck. Everybody knows that. And for this, like this shit right now, this man, I might as well be the star in a big ass porn right now because I'm hip hop horny as fuck and I am the star. I feel like I'm the star of this goddamn movie. I'm Long Dong Silver up in this bitch. I promise you. So, like for me, this is the greatest thing ever. I was talking to shout out to PBE Mexico because I was talking to him today, and it was good to see him too at the same time. Talented young man, very, very, very talented. And I was telling him, I posed a question to him. I said, would you agree that your focus and your attention or what you're applying is about 45, 50%? And he kind of looked at me and he said, yeah, I think you're right. And I said, I'm asking you, you feel like you're only really applying yourself 45, 50%. And he was like, yeah. And I said, do you imagine what the fuck you're going to do when you zero in and get locked in on what you're doing? And he said, well, Unc, it's the bag. I need the money. I gotta do this. I got bills. I was like, man, that's called sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? When you're just, and gave him the analogy of like fucking football or college ball or whatever. It's like the ones who make it are the first ones in the gym and the last ones out the gym. But at the same time, they still making sacrifices in between time and all of that. They making sacrifices. You're not exclusive to having to pay bills. Not at all. That shit is normal for everybody. What's going to set you apart and what's going to make you different is that when you get focused, because you're already cold as fuck. You a young gunner. You cold as fuck. Now you apply yourself to that, give it all, man, all that other shit ain't gonna matter. You're gonna go to work. And every spare minute that you have, you're gonna focus on your music and focus on your shit. The bag is gonna come. Guaranteed. We know this. People that know him know it. The bag is gonna be there. The bitches will be there. The ladies will be there. Excuse me, ladies. The ladies will be there. So you don't have to worry about none of that shit. Focus. And that's what a lot of motherfuckers need to do. Everybody that's out there right now, if you're a rapper, step your bars up if you ain't already. Step your bars up. Producers, step your production game up. To me, it's really simple. Let's get back to the basics. You know what I'm saying? If your shit don't work, go back to the drawing board. Figure out what the fuck you're doing wrong. And quite possibly it could be your bars. It could be the production. I don't know, but figure it the fuck out. Get out there. Hustle. Make it happen. And I've said this forever. It's enough money out there for everybody. Rap sells more music than any genre, and has been for the last fucking 40 years. Still outselling anything and everybody, except for Taylor Swift. I don't know what the fuck. That bitch is a witch or something. I don't know. But it outsells there's enough bread for everybody. Point blank, period. Just find your lane and get in that motherfucker and stick with it. Because there's a whole lot of shit going on. I'm telling you, the industry is collapsing right in front of our faces. The old industry started to collapse once streaming jumped off. Once streaming jumped off, the shit started to implode. Now it's these motherfuckers don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. And the audience is tired of the same old cookie cutter shit. All of the drums sound the same. All of this shit. It's a vibe, man. I don't rap. I vibe. Man, vibe your ass somewhere else. I don't want to vibe. I want to listen to some shit to make me think. I want to listen to some shit like, oh, fuck, did he just say that? Oh, shit. I want to put the pieces of the puzzle together in the song and be like, oh, God damn it. That's what I would like. That's what I like. You know what I mean? Can't speak for everybody else. Can only speak for myself. But if you pay attention, if you're paying attention, you'll see that that's where we headed. I was talking to a friend of mine. He's more than a friend. He's like my little brother. You know what I'm saying? I'll just leave it at that. He's like my little brother. We've been in this music shit for a long time together, and he's jumping back in the game. And an incredible producer. Check him out too. The Heretic on Instagram. You can, and he does a lot of shit. Another enormously talented motherfucker that I know. But yeah, we were talking about the music industry and music today, producers, rappers, like the whole shit. And it's like, I don't know. It's about fucking time. It's about fucking time. Everything old is new again, I suppose. Everything old is new again. I keep losing people in there right now. Maybe I'm saying too much. I don't know. Maybe some people don't want to let go of it. You know my stance on it. Let that shit go and let's get to the real shit. Let's get to the business. Let's get to the music. Let's get to the craft. Let's get to the artistry. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of hearing all this music that is brainless, mindless, that they're not saying anything. It has no substance. And for me, if it has no substance, it has no value. You know, what's the old saying? There's an ass for every seat. Yeah, I'm cool on that. I'm cool on all that. I don't need none of that. I rather shit. I'd rather just keep doing what I'm doing. I've been doing it. I've never changed up my style shit forever. And I've been doing this forever. I have never changed up my style, no matter what the trends were, no matter what was happening in music. I never changed my style. That doesn't mean I didn't learn. It doesn't mean that I just stuck to that particular style and didn't learn any new techniques or didn't learn anything, wasn't open to learning anything, because I'm still open to learning. I'm still learning. I'm mastering my craft is what I'm doing. You know, even with the podcasting, even with having a YouTube channel and all of that, this is something that I got into, and this is something that I jumped into. It's like, fuck it. You know, I'm the type of person that when I start doing something, I go head first, man. No diddy. I go head first, and I make the shit happen. I don't like sitting around just talking about it. Like I said earlier that my team is here in spirit. Hey man, the show must go on. Just because everybody ain't here don't mean I can't do the fucking show. So I'm doing the fucking show. I'm 17 minutes in. Feels like I've been a half an hour already, but I'm still in here. I'm still doing the show. Maybe shout out to the Heretic. He said he may or may not jump in tonight. That would be great if he did. Shout out to my partner, goddamn Riot One. We got a new show that's going to be coming out called the HR department. And we're going to be addressing all of this shit all of the time. And it's really going to be a show for producers as well. We're going to be helping producers. You know, we've been doing this for a while. There's a lot of little tricks of the trade. There's a lot of little shit, nuances, things that motherfuckers can learn. And the platform itself, the HR department, is going to be also a platform that's going to be for producers. You know what I'm saying? And UMCs might want to pay attention to it as well. So you know what producers expect out of MCs, because I think that's been lost too. The producer has lost his value in music. Some of us have, some of us haven't. I never lost my value. That's why you really can't find any of my shit online. And the only shit that I do have online is super old. And I only did that for somebody. I did that for somebody who said, you never put anything online. I never can just listen to your stuff. So I made a SoundCloud and I put a bunch of shit up there and I just left it. But other than that, I did that 2 years ago. I ain't put up shit since. I don't put my music out. I don't throw people beat tapes and shit like that. I don't do any of that. You want to work with me? You got to sit down with me, man. We got to do this for real. It's got to be organic. You know what I mean? And that's when you make the best fucking music. And I have never switched up from that. You know, it's helped me and it's impeded some shit at times, but that's how I operate. You know what I mean? And I stay working. Matter of fact, I got my machine right here. I got an MPC right there. I got shit on the shelves over here. I got shit everywhere and I stay on it. and I stay learning. But anyways, that's just me. But back to the shift. I wish I had more people in here because I would love to hear because I know that there's a lot of hip hop heads, people that are in the culture that watch this channel, and I would like to hear what they think and what their thoughts are. Because if you'd have to be fucking blind to not see what's going on within the culture right now. You have to be blind. But I think a lot of people just don't pay attention too much or too well. But even if you watch on YouTube, there's plenty of people talking about it. And I'm not just talking about podcasters. I'm talking about people within the industry. And then there's we AI has made a big shift in everything too. And the craziest part about AI is that they thought people were going to really embrace it. And people are. Don't get me wrong. People are embracing it. People are doing some pretty fucking crazy shit. Sometimes it's amazing. Sometimes it's just fucking stupid. You know, do we really need AI? No, I don't think so. I think it's probably a good tool, but the thing, but at the same time, I don't think it's a good tool. But the problem is the genie has already been let out the bottle, and you can't put it back in. You can't. So now we have to either, if you do music, you have to at least understand it and have some basic knowledge and how to use it. But I wouldn't lean on it for nothing. I wouldn't lean on it for nothing. But I digress. They thought that it would be like the people would embrace it wholeheartedly, just head first. And the thing is, it didn't take long for real creators, people that really do this shit every day, like myself. It didn't take motherfuckers long to figure out, wait a minute, this eliminates me. This puts everybody on the same kind of playing field, but not really, because some of us have been doing this and we are masters at our craft. So you can't do what I do, but you could fake it. That's crazy. That is crazy if you think about it, that somebody that has no knowledge of music, no experience, can sit down, type in some prompts, and make something. I'm not going to say it sounds just as good, but make something very close and very similar that took me years to perfect. And as cool as that may sound, that's scary as shit. As an artist, as a creative, that's very scary. And it should scare you. It should scare even people that are not creatives, that somebody can sit down, type in some words, and basically, like your job, they can type in some words, and now the job that you may or may not have is gone. It's off the table because the computer can do it now. The AI can do it. You don't need your help. You know what I'm saying? Where does that leave us as far as creativity? Where does that leave us as far as artists? You know, some of us, this is what we got. This is what God gave us. This is a gift. This is a talent. This is like like when they took art out of schools. It's like, you know, then kids have shit to do. They don't know where to use all this nervous energy or whatever. You know, creativity. Even without, there wouldn't even be AI without creativity. These nerds, these scientists and shit, that's creative thinking. But man, AI, hell no. No. But anyways, I keep going off topic, but there's a big kickback on that now because artists are really seeing not the benefits, but like the fall of shit. Like you mean to tell me anybody can make what I'm doing with just a computer? All of this, everything that I own now means nothing. We lose something in that. We really lose something in that. You might like the music, but you might not also may not understand what we lose when you get rid of art, when you get rid of creative people. That's a loss for humanity. The world was built on creatives. The world was built on art. This is a art. So we have to be very mindful and aware of that shit, you know, and have people like myself, people like Riot, people like the Heretic, People like motherfucking shout out to DNA Beats. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to anybody that really sticks to their guns and does this shit for real. Shout out to them all. Because without us, even these drill rappers and shit and everything, without us, without the creators, without the artists that do this, you have nothing. You have nothing. Some of these dudes can't even write a cold 16, but even if they could, even if they could, they still have to have somebody make the shit. You want to do that over some AI shit? Go ahead, man. More power to you. All you're doing is filling the man's pocket. I hate to say the man, but you know, the powers that be. It's time for a rebellion. You know what I'm saying? It's time for motherfuckers to get off their ass and stop being lazy. It's time to bring the bars back. It's time to bring the beats back. It's time to get that. Let's get grimy again. And not drill music grimy. Let's get grimy. Let's code the music once again. How about that? Let's code the music. So if you ain't in the loop, if you don't, you know what I'm saying? You won't even understand what the fuck we talking about. It'll be a whole nother language to you. Let's get back to that. You know what I'm saying? Look, even La Russell just sold an album for one album for 11 grand. 11 grand. He had said in 20 or something I had read, don't quote me on it, but it was something to in the case of him saying his next album, he's selling $1,000 a pop, or was it $10,000 a pop or something? But he sold one for 11 grand. He sold one for 11 grand. Can you believe that? Shout out to Omar Johnson in the building. He said, back to the record stores again. Hell yeah. You see, he knows what I'm talking about. He knows I just got a new turntable too. Like, I used to have such a big collection of records and shit. I used to love that, just going through my vinyl and finding shit that I probably listened to some of those albums 1,000 times, and I go back and listen and find a new sample. Like, fuck, I forgot that shit was even there, or didn't hear it at that time. But I just got a new turntable, and I'm gonna pick up my vinyl again. Not like pick it up, but start my collection again. It got stolen when we moved. It was like the last thing I wanted to move out of the house, and you know, if you know anything about vinyl, that shit is heavy as hell, and it's a lot. And but shout out to Omar Johnson, 4825, man. Big shout out, man. Thanks for popping in. Um, but yeah, the last day of moving, I was gonna go back and get my vinyl. Somebody broke in the house and stole all my fucking vinyl. I had a couple thousand records now, but now I got a new turntable for Christmas, and I'm gonna start collecting my vinyl again, man. And if you think about it, if you really love music, like even 70s and 60s or even old hip hop, if you listen to that shit, there's something about that analog sound. There's something about that sound. Oh shit. Oh shit. Nipples the pimp. Bro. Shout out to you, my guy. That shit cracked me up, boy. That the name when shout out Shadow Master and the Nine. Those are my people. When they said that, and when I read that shit, or you said or I forget what it was, well, that shit fucked me up. I said Nipples the pimp. That's that's a fucking name right there, yo. That's a name. For real, for real. Shout out to you. That I wouldn't even say it's some ballsy shit, but a nipple pimp? Come on. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. But even that's what I'm talking about. Even that's some cold shit. I mean, my man's called himself Nipple the Pimp. Gotta love that. Gotta love it. But yeah, the analog sound. If you go back and listen to that shit, that's what makes it because it's human. It's fucking human. That's why it sounds so good. It is fucking human. There's not a computer on this planet that can replace the human feel, especially in music, especially in art, painting, drawing, sculpting. you can duplicate it, but it's not the same. It's not the same. And I think, uh, especially, I feel for the youngsters. They need to pull it together. There's some young ones out there. There's some youngsters out there right now that are fully aware, and they making it happen. They doing their thing. They're going. There's a lot of youngsters now that don't even listen to the new shit. They listen to all old hip hop, and as they should, because in order to get where you're going, you have to know where you at. You know what I mean? You got to do the history. You got to do the knowledge on the shit. You want to be great? Go back and listen to the greats. Ask any singer, ask any painter, any artist of anywhere who they studied. You know, you study them motherfuckers, and then you turn it into your shit. You turn it. You know, that's what it's all. All of music is based off that shit. For real. Somebody, they heard something somewhere, and it inspired them. It inspired them. They took a little bit from here, took a little bit from there, took a little bit from there, and then made their own style. They found the voice within themselves. AI can't do that. And the record labels are afraid of that. Because when we start taking back control of shit, that means we take control of the wallet. You know what I'm saying? The wallet. You take control of the wallet. You know? And that's some real shit. And it's about time. It is about time. This shit needed to happen. And it's happening. And even, what was it, I think 2 years ago when they gave the Grammys, made a new category for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? What are what are they calling that shit? Contemporary hip hop. Contemporary hip hop. As silly as that shit does sound, because it's like fucking turning, like it's like it would be like elevator music or some shit for hip hop. But no, but in all actuality, that gives and opens the door. Not that anybody really, if you really love this shit, you don't give a fuck about the Grammys. It'd be nice to have a Grammy, but give a fuck about a Grammy. But it opens the door for people who are not in the mainstream to be heard and to be seen. Now imagine that on that level, to be heard and be seen, and you're doing it yourself, direct to customer, direct to consumer. Ooh, yeah, contemporary, yeah. Nipples the Pimp, contemporary adult hip hop, yeah. And I've said that shit for years. A lot of us grew up on all of that the old hip hop, the old real rap music, and that's $1 billion sitting there, and nobody took advantage. Well, a few motherfuckers took advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? Like Griselda. Uh, um, Damn, I don't know why I can't think of half of these motherfuckers' names, but shit, The Alchemist. Uh, and he just put an album out with Freddie Gibbs. Yeah. And some motherfuckers have been taking advantage of it because there is an audience. Some of us elder statesmen within this shit, we don't want to even listen to none of that new shit. And trust me, and I'm not a hater, because if the music's good, I'll listen to it. You know what I mean? But I really prefer not to. I prefer boom bap. I prefer, especially the new style of boom bap, contemporary, if you will. I enjoy that shit. I love that shit. And it makes it even better for me because that's all I've ever done. So, you know, it's right up my motherfucking alley. And I tell anybody, you know, and even another better thing about it is that if you really look at it, there's no age limit anymore. There never really was, even though people say there's ageism in hip hop, there is, but I don't feel like there ever really was. Because if you have talent, regardless of how old you are, and it's out there and people know of it, and you build your audience and people know it's there, they're going to buy it. But even more so now, with everything being direct to consumer, man, you build your audience and you're an older head and you have the bars. That's most important. You got to have the bars because us older heads ain't going to listen to no nonsense. And we sure in the fuck don't want to see no grown ass man in some super skinny ass jeans doing dumb shit and doing weird shit. We don't want to see that. But what we do love is when we see a grown ass motherfucker spitting cold ass bars, but not sounding like ha 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 ha, you know, but really spitting some bars with dope ass cadence, with knows how to use and articulate his voice very, very well. That shit is like, man, look, that shit is music to my ears, literally. Yeah. And there is a lane for that. So I encourage all older MCs or older producers, man, go dust your shit off, man, and get back in the game. You're not too old to learn. And if you got the skill, now is the time. Now is the time. You can win. But you gotta be good. You gotta be great. Go dust off that old equipment. Go pick that mic back up. Some of us still like writing on paper. Go pick that notebook back up or write in your phone. You just got to be good. That's it. But that's all it's ever been, right? Up until the last couple of decades, you had to be good. You had to be dope. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to being dope. You had to be dope. Make America dope again. How about that? Make MCs dope again. Fuck that. Not fuck America great again or dope again. Let's make MCs dope again. How about that? You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna end that. I'm gonna end this show on that note. It's been a quick one. It's been a good one. Check my Facebook page, which is Unwrap the Podcast or Heat Detector. You'll find it. And keep out. Every morning I'm gonna post something new, and it's the hashtag is Respect the Bars in 2026. Check that shit out. Go to my page, like and subscribe. Go on the YouTube channel, like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Go on the Facebook channel, like it, subscribe to it, the whole shit. I've got tons of content on both. My Instagram, same goddamn thing. Everything is Unwrap. Everything is Heat Detector, except for on YouTube. It's Unwrap the Podcast channel, or just type in @Unwrap. And if you got music and you're an artist, like normally on Friday nights I have a ton of shows on my channel as well. There's a little bit of there's something for everybody. But every Friday night we do this show right here, which is Unwrap the Podcast, the show that kicked everything off. And this show, most of the time, if not all of the time, we interview artists, some famous, some up and coming, but real artists. That's the real show for interviewing artists. Tonight, I didn't want to have an artist. I wanted to talk about these things tonight by myself. I do have a team that motherfuckers is out doing shit, but still had to be done. I still could have interviewed somebody, but I didn't feel like it. I really wanted today to be the show to talk about these things. And like I said, we have a lot of stuff on this channel. We got another new show coming out called the HR Department. I spoke on that. That's me and Riot. Heat Detector and Riot one. That show is going to be fucking crazy. And if you just tuned in right now, hit that like button. It helps the channel. Hit the subscribe button. Everything helps. And if you really, really want to be super helpful, donate to the channel. You see it right there. Cash App @Heat Detector or cash symbol @Heat Detector. We appreciate everybody. We appreciate all of the audience that we do have and everybody that has subscribed to the channel. We got another show that's taken a hiatus called These Effing Dudes. That show's coming back. It's hilarious. It's raunchy as fuck, but it's a great show. It's been on hiatus for a minute, but it's coming back. We got the Check-In, which has been on a slight hiatus. I needed to take a break from that, which is a men's mental health show. We'll be back doing that shit this Sunday. That's every Sunday is the men's mental health show. Oh, shout out to you, Nipples the Pimp, man. Respect and blessings to you, sir. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, we have the Check-In, which is every Sunday, every Friday at 8:30. And actually, 8:30 every Sunday is the Check-In. That's the men's mental health show. We also have this show on Friday, which is at 8:30, which is Unwrap the Podcast. Thursday was and we'll come back to doing, it's been in a hiatus. These effing dudes, Super Raunchy, starts at 8:30. That'll be coming up real soon. The HR department will be happening. We haven't figured out a day for that one yet and what time we're going to be going on, but that show is definitely coming. We have the mic drop, 606 Chicago mic drop, presented by UNRAP, the podcast channel. That's every Wednesday. And also, too, for that show, if you have music out already, you have music videos, send them in to 606 Chicago, 606 at gmail.com. I'll repeat that, 606 Chicago at 606 Chicago, 606 at gmail.com. That is the email address for sending in links to your music video. And we'll play them, we'll critique them, and all of that. And that's every Wednesday at 8:30 as well. We had another show that will be coming back called The Trust Tree. I'm excited about doing that one again. And that's going to be coming back on Tuesdays. And Mondays, we have the sports show, Whoop-de-Whoop Sports. Comes on at 8:30 every Monday. So we got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff coming. I want to thank everybody for tapping in with me tonight. And if you just joined, go back and watch. Go back and hit the like and subscribe. Donate to the channel. It helps. All this shit costs money, man. And we appreciate the help. And we love everybody that's been a part of the channel since its inception. And we are growing. We are growing. Growing. And with that being said, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate y'all tuning in. And I'm going to have to call it one. But I'll be back. And actually, just pop into the channel every so often, because sometimes I'll just be going live and just be bullshitting and fucking around. So tap in with us. Got a lot of shit. It's a wrap, baby. We back at it like crack addicts, motherfucking next fucking Friday at 8 motherfucking 30. Just like every other goddamn show. We in this bitch, man. You know what it is. Stop playing with us. Huh? You heard? Appreciate y'all. Salute to everybody. Salute to everybody that watched the show tonight. And if you just tuned in, go back, rewind it, and watch it. If you didn't hit the like, hit that like. We respect everybody. Blessings to everybody. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope everything is working out for you, man. And if you got ideas for the show, if you got an idea for a show, if you want to start doing podcasting and you live in the Chicagoland area, hit me up. Hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up on YouTube. Let's talk about it. I'm ready to do everything. Let's go. You know what I'm talking about? I'm out of here. Appreciate you. Back at it like crack at it. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Some rap, baby. Yeah. It's some rap, baby.